Trump ain't saving you. Biden ain't saving you. Obama didn't save you. Whoever comes next ain't saving you. Bush, Clinton, all of those people before did not save nobody. You got to save your damn self. What's up, people? I've been trying real hard to stay off of social media because it just annoys the hell out of me. Specifically, like Facebook. I have no real use for Facebook. All I see is just a lot of nonsense. But I wanted to touch on this whole political thing. Everybody's arguing, fighting. Biden just won. It's all this back and forth. It's been all this back and forth for a long time. Now, for the record, I'm not a Biden supporter or a Trump supporter. I don't feel like neither one of them are fit to run this country. And I don't feel like, I don't like when people say pick the lesser of two evils. I didn't like it when Hillary was running. I don't like that concept now. I don't think I should be forced to vote for someone I don't like and I don't agree with. I definitely, the concept of saying vote for the lesser of two evils is insane to me, because that's like telling me to pick which person I want to kill me based on who might kill me the least or the nicest way, or who's going to rape me the least, brutally or whatever. Like, that doesn't make any sense. If you're saying pick the lesser of two evils, you're still acknowledging that there are two people that are evil. That doesn't make any sense. But anyway, my question to people who are on Trump's side is, how can you ignore all of the things he's done, from lying, spreading, inaccurate information, just all of the disrespect. He has disrespected everyone. He has disrespected the military. He has disrespected the people with disabilities. He has disrespected women. He's disrespected freaking black people, Mexicans. He has disrespected everyone. Now, some people seem to they'll point out the few things that he's done for the good, but my thing is, how can you ignore everything else? And if you choose to ignore everything else, so you're telling me everything that he's done negative, or anything that comes out against him that is negative, you're telling me that all of that stuff is somehow not true. You're telling me that everything we see with our own eyes, everything we hear with our own ears, everything we observe, everything is somehow wrong, false, or it is a narrative that's driven by the media, and we're all sheep. We're all, just not seeing the truth. We're all confused. Are you kidding me? Now, again, I'm not a Biden supporter, so I don't want to hear, I don't, I'm not a Biden supporter either. So, but we've seen 4 years of Trump. I just don't understand how you can just disregard all of the nonsense. So my thing is this, I've been saying this to people lately. If you take Trump's behavior for the past 4 years, you wouldn't allow that from your school principal. Or would you? Would you want your kid to be influenced by this person in school? Would you want that behavior from their teacher or their principal? I don't think you would. I don't think you would allow someone to move into your house with that behavior. Someone that will cause that much disruption, that's going to consistently lie. I don't think you would let somebody move into your house like that. I don't think you would allow them to move into your house if you knew that they were going to do all of that. But they might pay the rent or the mortgage for 4 years, and they might mow the lawn, and they might, make some repairs, and, they might fix your car. But all the other stuff, the lying, the cheating, the disruption, the everything. You would allow all of that just because somebody's going to pay your bills? Really? I just find that strange. I find that insane. So the thing that I'm seeing where everybody has an opinion, and it's fine. Everybody has a difference of opinion, but when people can't pay attention to facts, and they can ignore facts, and they can ignore what they see and what they hear, that is strange to me. I don't care if you're on the Biden side. You have to be the same way as he's in office. You have to call him on his BS and not accept anything. It goes both ways. And now we'll see what happens, these next 4 years. But I just feel like everybody is so caught up on arguing, wanting to be right. Everybody, this whole political thing, and people taking sides and fighting against each other, it's turned into basically it's gangs. It's a gang mentality. People can't even now have real conversation back and forth. People cannot, disagree respectfully. Most people who offering their input, most of the time when I see things, I'm just seeing people regurgitate the same narratives that are already out there. There's nothing really deep behind what anybody is saying, and that's from both sides. Nobody's really saying anything substantial. Everybody's just arguing and going back and forth. But what are you really saying? How can you really excuse Trump and the things that he's done, all this negative stuff, because he might have done a few good things that you might agree with? So under that same, concept, people have been talking about Biden's track record. They've been talking about Kamala Harris's track record. So that means you're going to bash them and down them the whole term of their presidency, no matter what they do. If they do something good, you're still going to bash them. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting off track, but it just makes no sense to me. And the only thing that's happening is we're being divided. We're dividing each other. We're allowing the government to divide us, and we're playing right into it. First and foremost, besides anything, if you haven't been able to notice that Trump has allowed all of these racist people to show their face and be up front and center with their racism and their hatred and their nonsense. If you can't see that alone tells you that there's something wrong. Point blank, period. There's something wrong with this guy, and there's something wrong with the people who support him, and they overlook that. There's a million things that I can bring up. But everything is somehow overlooked. And the only thing is, oh, well, he's done this, he's done that. Okay. What about everything else? The funny thing is, most of the people that I see arguing back and forth, fighting each other, and one person's for Biden, one person's for Trump, Democrats, Republicans, all this. A lot of you people spend so much time arguing and fighting and showing your allegiance for people who really have no allegiance to you. And you spend all this time with your allegiance to and trying to be a part of something and all this, and you don't realize what you're doing is a gang mentality. But then you look at somebody else and you criticize them, whether it's a gang member or somebody else. You criticize them, but you're doing the same damn thing. Same exact thing. Same thing. You don't even want to acknowledge that. But these same people, you guys want to praise Trump, you want to praise whatever politician, you want to praise Democrats, Republicans, but you same people will literally watch your family member or your relative suffer and not lend a hand to help them. I see it every day. Tell me I'm lying. I see these people, they're holding up signs, they're beating people up. They have all this energy, all this aggression, all this passion. But I watch you same people not help the people in your community, not help the people around you, not help your friends, not help your family. So where's all this real passion and care going? Like, all that shit is fake to me. All of it is fake. You guys just want to be a part of something. You just want to be, that shit is a gang mentality. If and that whole thing is in the streets is get down or lay down. If you ain't with me, you get laid down. That's the same way y'all people are moving with this whole political thing. If somebody doesn't share your views, they're the enemy. You got to destroy them. You got to attack them. You got to discredit them. You got to hate them. You got to argue. What's the point of all of that? Yo, pay attention to the. Listen, I want somebody to tell me who's over 30. Matter of fact, anybody over 40. I want you to tell me what president in your life has made a real solid difference in your life directly. Tell me one. One. I'll wait. Leave it in the comment section. I genuinely, sincerely want to hear which president or which administration has directly done something positive for you that has changed your life for the better. Let me know. It really doesn't make any damn sense to me. And there's a lot of people on a separate note. I'm seeing people say, well, Trump gave us a stimulus and okay, so he gave you, I don't know, $1,000, $2,500, I don't even remember what it was. So because he gave you a little bit of money, Trump is good in your book. And now I'm seeing people talk about the next stimulus. When's the stimulus? Now, let me say this. First of all, that first stimulus package, I don't remember, it was $1,200, whatever. Did that really do something for you? What did $1,200 really do for you? Seriously. If I know everybody's in a different situation. Everybody's situation is definitely different. Everybody's going through different things in different parts of the country. That people have different types of issues and all of that. I fully get that. People have to start changing their ways. If you're sitting around waiting for a stimulus check, or you was waiting for that first one, I'm sorry, but you're doing something wrong. Seriously, you're seriously doing something wrong. At this point in life in 2020, everybody should be trying to start some sort of business. Everybody should have some sort of side hustle. If you was in a situation, luckily for me, I'm an essential worker. So when the pandemic happened, I was still working. I understand a lot of people was not in that position. A lot of people are out of work. A lot of people lost their businesses. A lot of people are struggling. I fully understand that. That should be a wake-up call to do things different moving forward for everybody. It was definitely a wake-up call for me. And I can tell you this, and it's not to brag, but it's just a fact. I was in a fortunate position where I did not have to stop working. But at the same time, that put me in a situation where I was exposed to the coronavirus and whatever else is going on out there, or whatever else might pop up. I'm exposed to it. That puts me and my family at risk. So there's two sides to that coin. I am building a business right now. I have two businesses. I'm trying to further one of them. I'm launching another one. That was a wake up call to get to move even faster, because I don't want to be in a position where something can happen with like a pandemic, and then I'm out of work, and then I have no other means of income. That's scary. And I don't want to be in a position where, as an essential worker, I have to go to work and then get exposed to something. That's also scary. I don't like none of that. And I damn sure don't want to be in a situation where I'm looking for a stimulus check. Luckily, luckily for me, when the pandemic happened, because of the things that I do with my business and my side hustles, I've made more money than I've ever made. I actually was booming in the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? But I understand that's not everybody. But my point is, we all have to do something to put ourselves in a better position, and not rely on the government, not to rely on a 9-to-5, not just rely on one stream of income. Because if you don't use all of this as a wake-up call, then it is on you. You're screwing up. You're doing something wrong, and you're the problem. Because when things go wrong, you cannot rely on anybody to help you or dig you out of the hole or save you. Trump ain't saving you. Biden ain't saving you. Obama didn't save you. Whoever comes next ain't saving you. Bush, Clinton, all of those people before did not save nobody. You got to save your damn self. Point blank, period. So my advice to everybody, stop fighting, stop arguing, stop complaining, pay attention, realize what's really going on, and make more money however you got to make it. Put yourself in a better financial position. Put yourself in a position where you have just more freedom over your life, over your time. Time is the most valuable thing that you have. Most of us, and me included, because I'm still working a 9 to 5, we spend the majority of our time and our lives working, or our time is dictated or is dictated by work, is dictated by someone else's structure, someone else's time. What I mean by that is, if you work a 9 to 5 job, you are on someone else's time, you're getting very little money, you're helping their dream, you're helping them build their wealth, and you're getting relatively nothing, right? And all of that can be taken away from you in a second for any type of reason. Somebody can lie on you, you can screw up, the job can move, it can shut down, anything can happen, you can lose that job in an instant. Then what do you have? You have nothing. And then you're screwed, right? Then you're in scramble mode. But back to the point that I'm trying to make. If you work 40 hours a week, that time is automatically not yours. Okay? Now, okay, but you probably don't think about the time that you spend traveling back and forth to work. That's time that's not yours either. The time that you spend just getting ready for work every day, that's not your time. So if you spend, let's say you spend 30 minutes getting ready for work, you spend another 30 minutes traveling to work, then you spend another 30 minutes getting back home. That's another hour and a half minimum that is not yours. And you're not even getting paid for that. That's just a day. You double that by the year. And think about all that extra time. Now think about all the extra time where, like I said, you got to get ready for work. But think about the times where you got to get sleep to be in order to get ready for work. Think about if you didn't have to work a 9 to 5, you would stay up later for anything. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's to play video games. I don't care if it's to work on your business, to spend time with your kids, your wife, just to stare at the ceiling, anything. You would have that time for you to do whatever the hell it is that you want to do with it. It's yours. But the problem is, it's not yours. We don't think about that. My point is to stop, before I close out all this long-ass rambling, like I was saying before, do things that's going to put yourself in a better position. And in 2020, that stuff can be you can have that. You can't talk about you don't have lack of information, because information is everywhere. I don't care what it is that you want to do. There's information out there to find out whatever it is you want to do. There's financial resources, and most of us have the money, but we just don't manage our money properly. So in this day and age, I don't even want to hear about you don't have money to start a business, you don't have money to do this, you don't have money to do that. You can always find a way. And if you don't have the money, man, there's always a way. I don't want to, we got to stop the excuses. Point blank, period. I can go a lot deeper and give you a lot of personal experience and all that, but just we got to do better. And like I said, we can't worry about the government, who's in office, none of that. We got to just handle our own business. I'm going to just leave it at that. Salute.